Hey, I'm Aja A, and welcome to Sunshine Haze. Don't forget to check out all the links that I have listed down in the description box, and if you like the video, please give me a little thumbs up. If you have any questions after the video is over, feel free to drop them down below. I try to respond to everyone. And if you all know people interested in astrology, numerology, tarot, or whatever I'm talking about on this channel, go on and send them this link. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And of course, thanks for tuning in and rocking with me. May this info help y'all live your best lives. Peace. Hey y'all, welcome back to SunshinehazeCo. I'm Aja A. For those of y'all that have never been to this channel, but for those of y'all that have, welcome back. And thanks for tuning in. We are back with your monthly tarot readings. This is the September forecast, and this is for the Scorpios, my water sisters and brothers, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, and Scorpio Rising. So if you feel like what I'm saying isn't resonating with you, go on and check out your Moon and or Rising sign, which I do have linked down below in the description box. This is going to be your typical 4-card spread. As I literally sit here and look at the 4 cards. It's going to be your typical 4-card spread, looking at the overall energy for you for the month of September, any challenges or obstacles that you might be facing during this month. And because we are in Virgo season, looking at what you need to reanalyze, reorganize, rework in your lives. And then as always, a quick little soul message, something extra for you to take away with you from this reading, okay? So let's go on and get started, Scorpio. First card that you have coming up in your spread is Lunar Eclipse, which is a card of change. And when I talk about the eclipses, I more so refer to the lunar eclipse as what is phasing out, what you were changing from, what you were moving away from, not necessarily what you were changing into. So this month of September is really going to be focusing on what skin you're shedding is really the energy that I'm picking up here. You guys are coming very close to coming up on your new rotation around the sun. So naturally you're in a space to where you're thinking about, okay, what's not working for me? What do I not want to bring forward into this next year for myself? And Scorpio, here we are, lunar eclipse. So there is actually a lot of change coming in for you. I'm also not surprised because we're literally getting ready to go into the fall season. We're wrapping up the summer now. And so with all of these energies coming in and all these energies playing on your energy and on your chart, there you really are moved by change right now. But Scorpio, you are more so moved by what you no longer want. I don't really pick up on this energy of you have an idea of what it is that you're looking to lay out. And some of you may have been manifesting right now your intentions and have a good idea of what's to come. But also in the same sense, Scorpio, y'all are water, so you may have a plan. You guys are probably the more organized ones out of all of the water. You probably plan things more than the rest of us, but you know, I don't really necessarily pick up on you know exactly, like you have a clear picture of what it is that you want, but I do know that you have a clear picture of what it is that no longer resonates with you, that you're no longer in alignment with, okay? And so that is what's coming in for you during the month of September. So during September, I would not be surprised if you actually start to make moves on starting to close these chapters, starting to cut these cords of attachment, starting to, you know, walk away from certain situations, remove yourself from certain relationships and certain companionships and, you know, certain situations with these certain dynamics. How many times did I just say certain? But you've got change coming in, but for you, Scorpio, you're more focused on the change going out, which is okay, because, you know, you're actually wrapping up your year. Let's focus more on what's coming in once we actually come into your season. I have no qualms with that, all right? The next card that you have coming up in your spread is in the crossing position, and this is not one that I'm happy to see here. You got the sun in the crossing position, and the rest of your cards in this spread, to be completely honest, point to a little bit of mental chaos during, you know what, I won't say chaos, but a little bit of mental heaviness during the month of September. And with the sun in the crossing position, the sun is literally the positive card. This is the card of, you know, the golden energy of you know, happiness, of feeling good, feeling great, right? It's in your crossing position, and it is crossing your lunar eclipse, not your lunar eclipse, but in regards to this spread, the lunar eclipse. So what that does tell me is the changes that are coming in for you, Scorpio, I'm sorry, the changes that are going out for you, Scorpio, you may very much so be all in your water and be very much so emotionally attached. And this could be to a job, it could be to a place, it could be to a person. You may be in a space to where, you know, you're like, I know this does not work for me anymore. I know this is not something that I want to carry around anymore. but I've invested, but I love this person, but this is my so-and-so, but I have done all this work and my name is on all these projects. That's great, Scorpio. That's nice. We have experiences. Life changes. People's timelines change. We have free will. Shit changes, all right? And what the sun being in the crossing position does tell me is that you are not really feeling the change. Like, you know it needs to change, but you are very much so in your emotions about it. And you feel, Kiki, do you love me? You're like, I know I don't need to be doing this no more, but like, I kind of like doing this. So Scorpio, for you, I do say, turn this card into an upright position. Try not to be so, you know, whenever we move away from things, we look at it feels like we're taking an L, and it's because we are literally releasing an energy, releasing some sort of baggage, releasing a something, and there's an emptiness there because what we release used to fill a space, and now there's a void. However, what you got to understand, Scorpio, is when you have these voids, you're only making them so that you can bring something else in to fill it up. So instead of thinking of whatever you know that you need to move away from as an L, as a, oh, this is so sad, don't be so somber about it. You know, feel your feelings. I'm not ever going to be like, don't cry, don't be sad, don't be mad. Feel your feelings, go through your emotions, right? But turn your sun card into an upright position. Instead of looking at it as, oh, this is sad, this is not how I want to feel, look at it as, this is a positive thing, this is positive growth, this is positive change. I may not be used to what I'm about to go into. This new chapter that I'm coming into is probably going to be extremely foreign because I haven't even thought about it, because I've been thinking about what I'm moving away from. But it's time to shed a little bit of light on what could be, what could come in. Think positive about your future, think positive about what's to come from the changes that you're going to make. And when you change your thoughts, that's how you see things start to shift for yourself in the physical. Okay, now next card that you have in your position, I can't talk, y'all. The next card that you have in your spread is in the position of what you need to reanalyze, what you need to go over. And I mentioned earlier a little bit of mental heaviness. You got the Four of Swords here. And anytime I pull the Four of Swords, my first message to anybody in any spread is that you need to make sure that you are finding a way to maintain your peace. You need to find your zen. And this is not to say that, you know, you're going to be all like, you know, like, oh, having mental breakdowns and stuff. The energy just might be a little bit heavy for you. And being water, when energy gets heavy, that means your emotions get heavy, and water signs tend to internalize those emotions, and they play out in many different physical ways. They manifest differently in several different ways, right? The Four of Swords here is a card that says you need to take a moment to think about everything that's going on and understand that it's not all heavy. You need to take a moment, shift your perspective, shift your mental. This is a Swords card. This is all about the air element, right? You need to shift your perspective into thinking that this is all bad, into thinking that it's all good. Again, because when you put the energy of, this is not what I want, I'm not ready for this, this is negative, I'm sad, well, guess what's going to be going on? You're going to be sad, and you're going to have a much harder time moving away from what it is that you want to move away from. When you put an energy on it, you say, no, I am at peace with what's happening. I am happy about what's happening, or I will be eventually. I understand that this is for the better. That's when you get to level your mind, level your ground, see things clearly, and get shit popping for real, for real. So during the month of September, there's going to be some things coming up. There are going to be some situations, probably some conversations that need to be had about moving away from certain situations, certain people, certain perspectives. But you have to do that, Scorpio, because if you don't, you're going to find yourself in a space to where you're not peaceful. You don't have peace of mind, and that's not what you want before you go into your new year. Okay, so Four of Swords, reorganize, think about your peace, think about why you got to move away from this stuff. And I'll be completely honest, now that we get to this card, some of these situations, whether you may see it on a surface level or not, are actually they are actually disturbing your peace, and you need to snip. So I don't know, think about it. All right, last card that I have in your spread is in the position of the soul message. You've got another 4 card here, and just very quickly, 4 cards, or 4 number, the number 4 is the number of manifestation. My lighting just changed, that was weird. Is the number of manifestation. That was so, did y'all see that? nothing is happening. I don't know why my lighting changed like that, or did it change? Or am I tripping? I might be tripping. I don't think I'm tripping. But anyways, you got a 4 card here. Sorry, I'm just blowing my mind like that. You got a 4 card here. 4, the number 4 is all about manifestation, literally planting the seeds and building a solid foundation, right? So just before I go into this card, just very quickly, with everything that you've got going on, you do really have to look at what you need to move away from so that you can plant your seeds in what you need to move towards. Because right now you're and honestly, right now you're focused on what you need to move away from. You got to move away from it so that you can figure out what kind of seeds you need to be planting. Okay. Now, moving into the last position, you've got the soul message and you've got the card of music healing. So, as I said, Scorpio, you might get a little heavy this month. You might be in the murky waters of Scorpio dealing with some shit in regards to what you got to let go of. Listen to the music. Listen to, and you know, I can attest to this, and this is gonna sound so sad, but you know, when I used to like deal with like breakups, I would be listening to like Adele, and listen, Lauryn Hill, X Factor was my go-to. I would listen to all them sap songs. I would be in here singing at the top of my lungs with my earphones and crying while I'm singing, but after the fact I feel so much better. So I mean, that may be a way for you to use the music healing during this month, but definitely listen to some music. Anything that makes you feel good, anything that gives you good vibes, do so. I would also go so far as to look into like solfeggio frequencies, and also singing bowls, chakra bowls. I don't know what those are actually called, the glass, but the bowls that Janae be playing, the ones that she put all over her album, which was super dope. Go listen to her album. There's some music healing for you right there. And I think this is coming up because we start the month with a Pisces full moon, which is, Pisces is all about creativity and the arts. So, you know, that could be an energy that you can tap in and can help you, especially because it's your sister sign as well, to help you move through the motions, okay? And just keep in mind that everything's going to turn out for the better. Just turn the sun card into an upright position. Shift your perspective on what's going on. Shift it into know everything that's going down needs to go down, because I got better shit popping for myself in the future. All right. And there you have it, Scorpio. That's your spread. I hope that it found you well. If you have any questions, or if you'd like to book your own personal reading, feel free to do so with me. I've got my Etsy shop linked down below. I just mentioned the Pisces full moon. That video is going to be up in a couple of days, or probably today. Listen, I don't know, but it's going up. We are still in Leo lunar season, so the Leo new moon video is still relevant. The Virgo new moon video will be coming up in a couple of weeks. We are still in Hella Retrogrades. The retrograde series playlist is linked down below as well. What else? We are now in September, so I also have the September pick a card spread up for you guys as well. Okay, and that is it. That's all I got for you guys. Those are all my plugs, and that was a lot of plugs. That's all I got for you tonight. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will catch y'all next time. Peace.